What is going on, guys? Ultimate Deadpool here, back with a hopefully very short video today. So, I got this guy at Walmart. He was give or take $10, and he is so much better than the Marvel ones that I reviewed not that long ago. We'll do a side-by-side comparison here in just a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, these are made by the same company that the Marvel ones are, but this guy has more articulation than those guys do. You'll see here in a minute what I'm talking about. As far as looks, he looks like David Cornsweat Superman. Um, his face looks passable for David Cornsweat. Granted, it's a cheap figure. He can stand relatively straight. You just have to have his knees bent because for some reason his thighs are so massive that he can't stand up correctly. If you, that's his, when you pull his leg back down, it just springs back out. So if you want him to stand straight and not lean forward like that, you're gonna want to have his knees bent just a smidge, so that way he's standing straight. Very lightweight, so this could handle a waist clamp or something without any issues of him tipping over or anything like that. Super lightweight. It's completely hollow body, completely hollow arms, legs, everything else. Very light, essentially. The suit does look pretty decent compared to what it was on screen. He even has the Superman shield printed on the back of it. This is all stretchy spandex. So, or some form of spandex. As you can tell, his arms do bend. They do go out. His wrists rotate 360. So this is the articulation of the Marvel's 12-inch, and that's the extent of it, and they go out. This guy, he at least has single bend joints in his knees and his arms. So, and then, like I said, unless I'm mistaken, these figures are made by the same company. Now, yes, I know one is DC and one is Marvel, but unless I'm mistaken, the actual figures themselves, these 12-inch figures, they're made by the same company. So let's go ahead and see what this guy looks like next to, say, Deadpool. Ignore all the rubber band crap on him. He is still in the work in progress phase of trying to make him look more, higher quality than what he is. But as you can see, there's no bend at his wrist or no bend at his elbows. His wrists do not rotate really at all. Actually, no, this one does. Okay, never mind. I take that back. His hands do rotate 360, but the legs only go forward. There's no bend at the knees. So how is it that a company that makes the same, characters can't make them the same? So, best example, granted, I've had this Deadpool for quite a while, so maybe that's what it is. No. Bringing him here next to Spider-Man. You guys know I just got this Spider-Man not that long ago. Same exact concept. He has no bends at his knees, no bends at his elbows. The only thing his hands can do is his hands can rotate around and his head can move around. And he's got this stupid little plug-in backpack looking thing on his back. But again, aside from his hands and his head, and his legs can only go up and down and out, or in and out. That's it. Superman can do all of that, plus have elbow bends and knee bends. Granted, ignore this next one because it's technically a custom, but 12-inch Venom. Ignore the fact that he's shorter than Superman. It's because his legs are so vastly bent because I heated them up to get them into that particular stance when I was customizing this Venom. So, but still, the only reason his arms are bent like that is because I bent them myself when I was customizing this guy. If he was standing straight up and down, he'd be about as tall as Superman. So, you know, and his wrist used to move around, but when I was heating the stuff up, it actually broke one of the wrist pegs, so I just glued everything in place. And just for shits and giggles, why not? Here's him standing next to Hellboy from Hot Toys. Hot Toys Hellboy obviously has way more articulation and is a lot heavier than this version of Superman. But I'm pretty sure these two actually did team up from time to time in the comic books. I know that Hellboy is not a DC character, but I believe he has crossed over with DC before, unless I'm misremembering. Let me know down in the comments. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do plan on replacing this guy at some point with the in-art Superman whenever he's eventually released. But for now, this is going to do just fine. He looks the part. It's cheap. And he can pull off at least a few poses, unlike the Marvel figures. But otherwise, for now, he'll be just fine. So thank you guys again, and I'll catch you guys on next time. Bye.